YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there. And we're going to talk about how the San Antonio Spurs got down big and ended up still victorious. 126, 113. Golden State, they go to 29 and 26 and 18 and 10 at home. They played at home in this game. The Spurs, 38 and 16, 19 and 10 on the road. Um, Golden State won the first quarter 38 to 31. They lost the second quarter 32 to 29 and the third quarter 31 to 27. And then they really collapsed and lost the fourth quarter 32 to 19. Got off to a good start, couldn't keep it going throughout the entire game, and it ended up helping them lose the game. Julian Champagnie for the San Antonio Spurs played 20 minutes. He didn't score because he went 0-3 from the field. And he also only had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 offensive board, no personal foul, was a -6 and plus minus. This is a game where you say, well, we need him to do a little bit better, and we probably wouldn't be in the situation that we got ourselves in, but that's our job to dig ourselves back out of it. Victor Wembanyama helped out a lot, and they need him to, and he was able to respond well to that. 26 points, 8 of 17 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3. He can get perimeter happy. If you're the NBA and you're the Golden State Warriors, you're happy with that. He did go 8 of 10 from the free throw line because he also attacked him in the paint a lot. He's a tough player to figure out. You never know what he's going to do next. And you always know he's going to make a play on something, whether that's on the offensive end or the defensive end. He also had 9 boards, which led the team. He had 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. The blocks just came out of nowhere. It just shows you how much ground he can make up without even really moving sometimes to you. 2 personal fouls and a +7 and plus minus. De'Aaron Fox, it was his night to lead the team in scoring. He had 27 points and went 11 of 16 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3 and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. I like what he's doing as a basketball player. You know, he answers the call whenever they need him, even if that's in clutch moments, even if that's just pass and try to find a way to score when you can. He was able to do both of those at a high level in tonight's game. He had 8 assists and 2 turnovers with also 3 steals. You know, the swiper is going to swipe that ball from you if you try him. 3 personal fouls and a +6 and plus minus. Devin Vassell, 28 minutes for him, 8 points. He went 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He also had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a personal foul. It was a -1 in plus minus. I like him, but you know his shot selection has been iffy to me, and I think it just continued in this game. And he didn't take a lot of shots, but he took enough to where you looked at it and said, well, it made it harder for us to win at some points in this game. You can say the same thing about Stephon Castle. He had a struggle making shots. He had 8 points. He went 3 of 11 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 turnovers. Not his best night out there. 3 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, 2. And then he finished as a -17 and plus minus. Keldon came in and gave them a jolt of energy. He played 29 minutes and had 21 points, and he grabbed 6 boards. He also had shot 8 of 13 from the field, whether it was knocking down threes, getting alley-oops, and finishing them. He just has been a really good player for them all season. I'm really proud of how he's accepting his role and being a major difference maker on the team whenever he's out there. 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a +22 and plus minus. Harrison Barnes, 22 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, 4 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a +29 and plus minus. Carter Bryant, 9 minutes. That was the lowest amount for anybody on the Spurs. He did still get 8 points in those minutes. He went 2 of 5 from the field, made a 3, missed the other ones. Went 1 of 3 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, had 5 boards, 1 assist, no turnovers. In a block, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a 0. And plus minus. Luke Cornett played 15 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 2 of 2 from the field. He also had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, two per offensive boards, three personal fouls, and a +8 and plus minus. Dylan Harper, 29 minutes, 14 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line. He missed his only free throw. He had 5 rebounds and 8 assists. The 8 assists ended up being the most off the bench and tied for the most on the team, showing you what Harper can do. He can really score that basketball, and he can really force the defense to pick and choose what they're going to do in coverage, because he's just so good with his handle and getting to the rim that you do have to figure that out early, or he'll find a way to make a play, whether that's scoring or passing, which is always a good thing to have, as a backup plan, as a person like Dylan Harper that's still figuring out his team and how teams are going to defend him in the NBA, and then getting used to the size and athleticism of the NBA too. One offensive rebound, one personal foul, and a +17 and plus minus. Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green, 30 minutes, 17 points, 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 8 from three, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He ended up having 12 rebounds, so he finished with a double-double. 8 assists, that ended up being the most on the team. He made some really good passes in this game, showing you that his IQ is still there, as we knew, but it's just fun seeing him actually scoring double figures too. You can rebound, you can pass, you can score. There's a lot of things Draymond Green can do for you. It's just some nights it just seemed like he focused on one thing and not multiple things. And tonight wasn't one of those. 2 turnovers, 2 offensive boards, 4 personal fouls, and was a -5 and plus minus. Santos kept getting good open looks. Sometimes he missed them, sometimes he made them. That's just the type of player he's going to be for you. 9 points, 4 of 11 from the field. He missed all his wide open threes. He also went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 5 rebounds and made the right decisions sometimes in the situations that he was in. So he finished with 6 assists, 2 turnovers, and 4 steals. The 4 steals was the most on the team, but he did get 5 personal fouls, and that come with the territory. 3 offensive rebounds, -1 and plus minus. DeAnthony Melton, 25 minutes, 17 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 5 of 6 from the 3-point line, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a +12 and plus minus. He can score. You just don't want to leave him too open. You don't want to give him too much room. And they did, and it ended up hurting them a lot, especially early on in the game. And then his passing, knowing when to make that decision, let it fly or not, or just make the right move by just trying to keep it moving. That's something that you have to do in the NBA, especially the modern version of it now in today's game. Moses is Moody, 35 minutes, 17 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 8 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 5 personal fouls, and a -3 and plus minus. He can score the basketball. He can shoot. He can drive a little bit. And those are just the simple things that he just needs to do when he's out there. And he was able to accomplish all those things tonight. And Pat Spencer didn't have the night that you needed to possibly to compete enough to beat the Spurs in the 4 quarters. 31 minutes, 9 points, 4 of 11 from the field. He missed all of his threes, 0 of 2 from three. He also went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 turnovers. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a -14 and plus minus. Al Horford, 26 minutes, 6 points, 3 of 7 from the field. He went 0 of 4 from three. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and a turnover, a personal foul, and a -16 in plus minus. And then you look at Quentin Post, 13 minutes, 12 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 5 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That man can score some good shots. He got good size, he got good mobility, he got good touch inside and on the perimeter. And he did a good job of making the shots that was open. And he had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, and a +1. In plus minus, Gary Payton, the second, he's going to move without that basketball. The question is, will he make shots? He's been doing it a lot more lately, and that's what they're going to need him to do without Steph. 14 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 7 from three, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 personal fouls, and a -12 and plus minus. Brandon Przemski, 36 minutes, 16 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He can score. It's just how he's going to do it when you get out there. He can shoot the three. He can drive. He can get out in transition. He can attack the basket. He's good. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a minus 27 and plus minus. Field goals. 91 field goals for the Warriors, 46% from the field, 93 for the Spurs, 49%, 39 threes taken by the Spurs, 26%, 47 taken by the Warriors, 34%, 17 free throws taken by the Warriors, 76%, and then 28 taken by the Spurs, 86%. That's an 11 free throw difference, and they made it at a good percentage. That hurts when you're trying to close games. And on top of that, um, you also couldn't shoot as well as they did when it mattered at the most. 40 rebounds for the Warriors, 44 for the Spurs, 37 assists for the Warriors, 35 for the Spurs, 11 turnovers for the Warriors, 9 for the Spurs, 6 steals for both teams, 1 block, 5 blocks for the Spurs, and then 10 offensive rebounds for the Warriors, 14 for the Spurs. Both teams had 30 rebounds, and then 24 personal fouls for the Warriors, 18 for the Spurs. And then you look at it like this and say, the Warriors did a whole lot in this game to get the lead and to be able to have a chance to win. And even with them moving, cutting, driving, diving, getting steals and blocks, it still wasn't enough to stay with the Spurs the entire game. Once the Spurs finally clawed their way back in and finally start playing the way they needed to, which they tried to do from the beginning, it just wasn't working out at that time. The game just kept going up and up and up. The league kept going up and up and up. And then you started looking at it and saying, well, they should have lost this game. And they definitely played hard. They definitely played their best. But the Spurs are a way better team than they are, especially without Steph and Jimmy. And it showed when it mattered the most. And the Spurs had that turn-on moment where we got to get it done. We got to win this game. And once they did that, and once they tried to do that, the Warriors just couldn't do enough. And they just looked at it and said, we just went out there and played our best style of play and gave it our all, and it just wasn't enough to beat the Spurs tonight. And the Spurs been beating a lot of teams like that this entire season, and this was just another victim of it. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.